We are going to continue with your unit number 2, extent of GST. As you know, CGST and IGST are national level GST acts and therefore it is applicable to whole of India. SGST and UTGST extends to their respective state boundaries. And in this video, we are going to learn about India and how it is defined as per Article 1 of the Constitution. It means that is where the Constitution of India starts, what the India means. So the India has these three things, these three components. The territory of India as referred to in Article 1 of the Constitution, its territorial waters and the space above it. Look at this chart. We have these colorful states, and towards the southwest of India we have Lakshadweep Islands, and towards the southeast we have Andaman and Nicobar Islands, which are the part of India. Look at this chart. This is the baseline from where we calculate the territorial water, the contiguous zone and exclusive economic zone. This is the baseline where land reaches or connects with the sea. Within this baseline, we have all internal waters like river, pond, lake, or even the bore well or well. The land also and the space above this baseline is all a part of India. And from this baseline up to 12 nautical miles, 1 nm is nautical mile, which you can see 1 nm is equal to 1.852 kilometers. Up to 12 nautical miles, we have territorial sea. Now, what happens here and its functions we are going to see in the next slide. So, up to 12 nautical miles, we have territorial sea, and the space above this we have national airspace, within which all the domestic aeroplanes can fly. And from this baseline up to 24 nautical miles, we have contiguous zone. 24 means this 12 plus this 12. So from this baseline up to 24 nautical miles, we have contiguous zone, and from this baseline again up to 200 nautical miles, we have exclusive economic zone. Now, as the name suggests, the exclusive economic zone is where all the economic activities can take place. Now, beyond this line, beyond this 12 nautical miles, beyond this territorial sea, the space above the sea is called as international airspace. All the international airlines can fly. And after these 200 nautical miles, we have high seas, which is free for all the countries. Any country can do any activity in the high sea. And then we have continental shelf. See, as you know, India is a part of Asian continent, and therefore the continental shelf is up to this line. Functions of territorial waters. The territorial sea extends to a limit of 12 nautical miles from the baseline of a coastal state. So the state here means country. Within this zone, the coastal state exercises full sovereignty over the airspace above the sea and over the seabed and subsoil. Right? So this is the subsoil, that is what we are speaking about. This is the subsoil. Right? Contiguous zone, which means be claimed and unlike territorial seas does not exist automatically. It allows coastal states to exercise the control necessary to prevent and punish infringements of customs, sanitary, fiscal and immigration regulations within and beyond its territory or territorial sea. It means we have Customs Act, we have sanitary acts, we have fiscal acts and we have immigration acts. So all those regulations, if they are broken, if any infringements happen or the trespassing happens, the country has all the powers to punish them in the contiguous zone. and exclusive economic zone where the coastal states have the control over all the economic resources such as fishing, mining, oil exploration, and marine research. All these are economic activities. The coastal state also has jurisdiction regarding protection and preservation of natural resources and marine environment, where India can protect and preserve all the natural resources within this line, exclusive economic zone. No other country can intervene in India's work. It has all the power up to exclusive economic zone. And then we have continental shelf. Most commercial exploitation happens in the continental shelf only because metallic ore and non-metallic ore and hydrocarbon extraction, all that takes place in the continental shelf itself. And the high sea is like free sea. It is now recognized to include freedom of navigation, fishing, and laying of submarine cables, pipelines, and or flight of aircraft. It means high sea is free for all. It is like it is given for all the countries, and every country can exercise its rights. Look at this map. The blue shaded color is all exclusive economic zone. These are Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and is uh, all this part belong to India. The small line which you can see very much adjacent to the land, this is the territorial sea, right? Territorial area. Now look at this point. This is the baseline. From this baseline up to 12 nautical miles, we have contiguous zone, and up to 200 nautical miles, we have exclusive economic zone, and then we have high sea. Right, the land which you can see below the sea, the soil and subsoil all belongs to the continental shelf. Right, so that ends your unit number 2. Let us meet in next video with your unit number 3. Thank you.